Hi everyone, welcome back to Unlock L&D with Samir Raj. I am Samir Raj. Imagine this, you are working in a small company, everything is going smoothly and then someone casually says, we should do some training and suddenly you are in charge. Exciting, right? But also a little terrifying, especially if you are the one person L&D team juggling 5 other responsibilities. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you are not alone. In a small organization, L&D rarely come with formal job description, budget, or roadmap. Usually, it starts with someone saying, we need something for the employees, and before you know it, it's your job to figure out what, how, and when. Today, I will share 5 practical steps to start or run an L&D function in your small company. Step 1. Listen before you train. Before opening PowerPoint or Googling leadership training templates, do one thing. Listen. Talk to your founders, team leads, or anyone in people-facing roles. Ask questions like, what is the biggest challenge your team is facing right now? What would help new joiners ramp up faster? Where do you think people are struggling but might not say out loud? Notice the recurring themes. That is your starting point. Don't start by asking, what training do we need? Start with, what are people trying to do and where are they stuck? Step 2. Clarify the real needs. Once you have listened, it is easy to get overwhelmed with all the inputs. Now it's time to clarify. Is training actually the solution or is the problem somewhere else? Ask yourself 2 key questions. First, do employees have the knowledge and skill to do their job? And second, do they have the right attitude and motivation? Think of this as a simple performance analysis quadrant, that is PAQ. X-axis for attitude and motivation and Y-axis for capability and skills. L&D works best when employees are motivated but lacking the skill or knowledge. Sometimes the problem is not training at all. Maybe the sales team just need a clear process, or a new manager need permission to give feedback confidently. Now step 3. Start small with a pilot. You don't need a 12-month learning strategy right away. Start small. Pick one critical area that is safe to test. For example, you can start with onboarding new hires, improving team communications, or helping managers run better one-to-ones. Keep it simple, like a short checklist for new joiners, or a 45-minute Zoom session on setting expectation, or a buddy system for cross-team showdown. Launch it. Gather feedback and improve. Small wins build momentum. Step 4. Make it visible and useful. Don't hide your work behind the scenes. Make it visible and meaningful. Like share wins, even small ones. Bring managers and stakeholders into the loop. Turn a useful one-pager into 10 resources by iterating on it. You can use some examples for visibility like quick post wins in Slacks or Teams, share screenshot or mini case studies at all hands meetings. Remember, you are the L&D function. Make your work seen, heard, and felt. In small companies, word spreads fast. And if your work genuinely helps people, they will come back for more. Step 5. Build with what you have. You don't need fancy tools or expensive platform to start L&D. Likely, you already have what you need, such as Google Docs for materials, job ads, and handouts, Zoom and Teams for live sessions, Slack or Teams for reflection prompts, Notion or Trello for learning hubs. Focus on usefulness over perfection. Test, tweak, and repeat. Solve one real problem at a time and then move to the next. Starting an L&D function in a small company can feel like standing at the bottom of a mountain without a map. But here is the truth. You don't need a map to take the first step. Solve one thing well, then another, and so on. That is how you build L&D that truly matters. Human-centered, practical, and impactful. So if you want to explore more L&D insights, check our video on our channel. I will see you in the next week. Thanks for watching. Thank you.